Hey, what's going on, you guys? Well, just wanted to showcase this video of my training for today. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Tuan Tran. I'm the authorized practitioner here in Houston, Texas, teaching John Fang Kung Fu, Jeet Kune Do through Legacy Jeet Kune Do. So here is just a very simple foundation workout. There's not a lot of complexity here. This is purely to build a person's endurance, a person's conditioning, and work on really some of the easy foundation strikes in the system. So already you can see the breakdown of everything I did in the 8 rounds on the bottom left hand side. So you can see that in round 1 I did 80 kicks, round 2 75 kicks, round 3 182 punches, round 4 178 punches, round 5 combination where I did 164 strikes, round 6 148, round 7 204 skip knees, and then round 8 was 584 jogging punch taps. Total number was 1,579, 1,579 strikes in those 8 3-minute rounds. So it was a lot of work, and again, this is just great for novice beginners and also great for someone who's intermediate or advanced just to keep their conditioning up. So in this first round, I'm in left lead, and I'm just working on my oi now text. Real simple, lead kick. This is a heavy kick, working on keeping my hands up in proper defensive position and then when I kick, maneuvering properly, getting my footwork right. And I've always told people that kicking with the lead leg is more difficult than kicking with the rear leg because the rear leg's already chambered. So with the lead leg, it's a little bit more footwork, a little bit more body position, a little bit more mechanics. So that's what I did for round 1, and then I'll talk a little bit about round 2. Is just basically the same as round 1, except now I'm in right lead. And this is a workout where I like to go back and forth to work on being ambidextrous, whether it be in left lead or right lead, strong side or recessive side. I just want to make sure that I have a foundation where no matter what happens, if I get caught in a situation, that I am competent to a certain degree, regardless if it's left or right. Example of this is that maybe I might have 2 attackers, one on my right side, one on my left side. I can't be picking and choosing who I engage. I have to engage whoever I think gives me a better tactical advantage of the situation, right? So maybe I might have to deal with the guy on my left side first before the right side, or vice versa, depending on the situation, one who has a weapon or not, or maybe if I feel like one of them I could take out very quickly versus the other, right? So here I'm just in my right lead. I'm going with the lead kick with the Oi Now Tech. Again, working on footwork, working on keeping my hands in good defensive position, working on following through with proper mechanics when delivering the kick. And again, just like in the first round, I always believe that if you can kick with your lead leg, that makes you a little bit more athletic in the sense of coordination, footwork, capabilities. All right, Round three, pretty simple. Now I'm moving more into boxing training. So this is a drill that is real basic, but it's very beneficial. It actually works on so many of the foundations of boxing that sometimes it's better to do something like this versus try to do a bunch of complex things where, again, you might not reinforce some of the better habits that you should be having. So here I'm throwing a lead jab, lead high hook, then lead body hook into a cross. It's a 4-pointer, and 3 of the 4-point punches is a lead punch where I have to reset before I can throw that again. So obviously it slows me down because I have to reset to get myself in proper defensive position. It really monitors whether I'm rounding my punches versus getting them straight in and straight out to optimize offense and defense. So this is a great drill, and it's great for conditioning. And on top of that, if you notice, I'm keeping my hands about where my temples are, because it's just great practice to kind of try to cover a little bit more of your face versus less of your face. And in my case, being about 5'7", most individuals that I spar are a little bit taller than me, or could be a lot taller. They're over 6 feet tall, and a lot of times they're punching down. So I kind of made it a habit to keep my defense high, because a lot of times I'm dealing with individuals that are taller than me. But for individuals that are tall, but it's still a good habit to cover more of your face than less of your face. So this is a great drill to do. So again, real simple. It's a 4-pointer. You start with lead jab, lead high hook, lead body hook, and then you finish with the cross. Work on good mechanics, resetting your punches, and then work on the conditioning of the punch ball. right, round 5 is basically round 4 is basically the same as round 3, except now I'm in the right lead. And I talked about this before, regardless if I'm in left lead or right lead, I want to just make sure I'm competent, I'm ambidextrous, that I'm capable regardless of what situation I'm in. So again, same combination is a 4-pointer, 3 of them are my lead punch, and I finish with a cross. So again, jab, high hook, body hook into a cross, working on resetting those hands, working on producing work, working on conditioning, working on my foundation. So just, keeping it simple, keeping it basic, but keeping it efficient at the same time. All right, now we're moving into round 5. Now round 5 is more Muay Thai based in the sense that this is a real classic combination. So you start out with the rear kick, and then you go into a lead hook, go into a cross, and then you finish off with a lead kick. Then you reverse it by throwing the lead kick, throwing the cross, lead hook, and then rear kick. So it's moving you back and forth. And this is a very nice functional way of moving because you're working off the energy, the inertia of your body in the sense of hips and shoulders and rotational forces. So it's a nice flow, but it's a very demanding flow because again, you're kicking and punching. So anyone would tell you that when you have to move all 4 limbs, that's going to cause a greater demand. And think about it, I've already done 2 rounds of kicks, I've already done 2 rounds of 4-pointers. So now I'm in my 5th round producing this kind of movement and still trying to keep my hands in proper defensive position. I'm trying to follow through with proper kicks. I'm trying to follow through with efficient, offense and defensive resetting with my hands, and then again finishing with a good kick at the end and then reversing it. So now again, this does give a little bit more complexity, but this is still a very basic combination that they teach you in Muay Thai. So now we're in round 6. So round 6, guess what I'm doing? I'm in my right lead versus my left lead. I'm working on being competent and ambidextrous and just ensuring that regardless of what side I'm in, I can throw proper combinations. So again, the combination here is rear leg kick into lead hook, cross, lead leg kick. Then lead leg kick, cross, lead hook, rear leg kick. And again, just like the previous round, work on efficiency. As I get tired, I know that I'm slowing down. Hey, that's just a given. Anyone gets tired. But the main thing is that no matter how tired I get, I still produce correct form. I do produce efficient movement. I do maximize defense in a sense of efficiency, getting my hands back up. And I just keep moving, no matter what. 3 minutes is 3 minutes, and even if I'm not moving as fast or at the same volume and speed, I'm still going to produce for these 3 minutes because it's going to help me to build a stronger body, a stronger mind, and also to still move with proper mechanics even though I'm tired. So that's key things to do, because sometimes a lot of fights don't always win because someone is more technical and more skilled. Sometimes the winner is really the individual who is mentally stronger, who pushed themselves on conditioning and just outlasted the other guy. And I want to make sure that I'm doing the same. All right. round 7. All right, this is the gut check time, because now round 7 is purely conditioning. There's nothing really technical about this. This is just good old skip knees. Basically, you're holding and controlling the back just enough so that you can produce these ballistic dynamic skip knees, and you're just driving your knee into the bag, you know, at a nice consistent pace, working on being light, working on being dynamic, working on being ballistic, staying on your toes, staying off your heels. Because again, if you're on your toes, you have better agility, better movement, better speed. If you're on your heels, that means you're tired, that means you're flat-footed, and then most likely that also means your opponent is starting to take advantage of you. And after 6 rounds of striking, this is not that easy. And again, this is more of a mental gut check, and you know, it's all about working and generating, you know, the movement necessary to just build yourself mentally and physically so that no matter what, you can keep going, regardless of how tired you get. All right, moving on. Now we're in round 8, and unfortunately I did give myself an extra 30 seconds. After round 7, I almost hurled my breakfast, so I just wanted to just give me just enough time. I really would have felt shitty if I would have stopped at round 7, so I just gave myself enough time to swallow my breakfast, and then I finished strong with round 8. And round 8 is very simple, just like round 7. In the skip knees, now I'm just working on just doing some jogging punch taps, and my objective is just to move in place. So jogging in place while just tapping that back. And again, just like the skip knees, this is all about just movement, just no matter how tired I get, I'm still producing movement. And again, this is a contralateral exercise, so when my left knee is up, my right hand is tapping the back. When my right knee is up, my left hand is tapping the back, and I'm just moving in place. And this is a crazy round because the total amount of strikes I was able to produce in sets of punch taps, 584. And this is after everything I've done. And remember, you guys, as you saw in the very beginning of the video, this was a total of 1,579 strikes, give or take maybe 5 or 10 if I miscounted. But either way, it's 1,500 plus strikes in 8 minutes, with most of them 1 minute recovery only 1.5 minutes because of round 7 to round 8. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Again, as I always told you guys before, sometimes I'm just wanting to showcase this my effort, honest effort, progression, consistency. Again, this workout, nothing complex about it. Novice and beginners can do it, but at the same time, even intermediate to advanced guys can do this and benefit from it. So just make sure you're putting forth the effort, make sure you're working on your foundations, being efficient, make sure you're working on correct form, and hopefully you too can progress and benefit from the video that I uploaded today. Okay, you guys, take care. Until next time.